in the final. I mean, 10-8 in the third set tiebreaker. Pretty much as close as it could get. But it was unreal. I mean, I got to play on Ash again, which was awesome for me. All those great memories from a couple of years ago. So it was pretty exciting.
So, who has the trophy? You told me a fun story about it. Who's got the trophy? There's only one of them, right?
No, actually, I got something in the mail about a week ago, and I was like, yes, I'm getting my U.S. Open trophy. My dad, feels tight. He's like, this is very heavy for a U.S. Open trophy. So I'm like, all right. So I open the thing, and it's a gold ball. It's from the juniors, and I'm like, okay. I was like, this cannot be the U.S. Open trophy because I thought it was supposed to be, way cooler and this huge thing and named engraved and everything in it. So I ended up texting Liesel Hooper actually, and I asked her, I was like, Liesel, can you tell me that the U.S. Open trophy is a lot cooler than just a gold ball? And she's like, yes, Melanie, but don't worry. She's like, it's coming and all that stuff. So Jack has gotten the most gold balls out of everybody in the juniors. He's gotten 22 or something ridiculous. So I wanted to play a joke on him and text him and say that, Jack, oh my gosh, you're not going to believe this. The U.S. Open trophy is a gold ball. But yeah, it's coming. It's supposedly coming. We haven't gotten it yet.
So I got to ask, what's the future here with Jack and yourself? Australian Open, are you going to play together, or what's the story there?
The only thing is we can't get in anywhere except for if we get a wild card. So we're both playing the wild card tournament in Atlanta for the Australian Open. He's not planning on going unless he wins the wild card tournament. I'm going regardless. I'll be able to qualify, but I hope he wins it. So he goes, and maybe even after a wild card in Australia, maybe they'll give it to us the fact that we won U.S. Open. So we'll see.
Now I know you've moved some of your training down to Florida. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about that transition and that experience for you.
It's been really nice. Something definitely different for me. I've been in Atlanta since I was little. I worked with Tom Gollison, who is a really great coach, a great guy also. I've gotten to know him the past few weeks, about a month. So far it's going really well. I like the Levin's guy. The only problem is that besides the tennis center is good, but around the average age is about 70 years old. So that's the only part of that. I like how we have a little center, but besides that, but yeah, so it's going really well.
That's great. So just a couple of equipment questions, because I'm an equipment guy, and then we'll turn it over to the crowd. But you're switching to a new racket for 2012. You can tell us maybe a little bit about the experiences there?
Yeah, switching to a racket called the Steam, and it's a little bit lighter than the blade. It gives me just the right amount of spin and power, but it's definitely known for more spin. More racket speed is what I'm looking for, just being faster. But yeah, so far I like it. I like the design and everything, and it should be good. Hopefully, start to use it in tournaments before the Australian Open.
Great. I referred to the endorsement deal with us, and you're a lifelong Adidas person up into that point, and maybe you can tell us, why you switched to Wilson on the apparel footwear and what the experience has been with our goods.
I was with Adidas for about 5 years maybe, because I was with the juniors as well. And the thing with, Adidas is always great. They always have the coolest practice clothes, and their shoes are always great, and everything. The thing about them, though, is they really didn't take a huge interest in, caring about what the player thinks about the clothing or the footwear. And the thing with Wilson is, working with everyone with Wilson, I've been with them with rackets for a long time, so I've gotten to know them, but with the apparel and footwear also, Claire's great. She really, cares about what I think about the apparel, and, listens to my feedback on it, and wants to know how I think and how it feels on the court and everything, and that means a lot. And so far it's been great. The past U.S. Open were my favorite so far. Super comfortable. Super light. As long as I have to mess with it when I'm playing, which is like the worst thing. So yeah, I mean, so far, and the footwear as well. They're pretty similar to Adidas shoes. I have enough support and everything, so I mean, I love them so far. So.
Great. Last one, and I'll turn it over, but you're the face of our brand, 2012 and beyond for soft goods. So you're going to be on posters, you're going to be on videos, you're going to be all over our catalog. I mean, how do you feel about that?
It should be pretty cool. I mean, it's definitely different than Adidas because I was really like the only American, and not many of the reps, there were hardly any reps that were American, so I wasn't really the main person. So it's pretty cool. So I'm going to be, I mean, so far the photo shoots and the commercial stuff we've done look awesome, and everyone involved, I mean, has done an amazing job with it. So really looking forward to next year and all the new stuff coming out.
Great. I'd like to turn it over to you all. If you have any specific questions, Andy Benedict has a microphone. Just raise your hand, and we can fire a few questions up there. Melanie, anybody at all?
Yeah, Melanie, congratulations on your victory. Did the USJ tell you what other benefits that you may derive in the long run as far as future attendance at no cost at the U.S. Open or any other Grand Slams? Are there a purse to winning the Grand Slam title besides the trophy that you're going to get someday in the cash that you got?
Not really. I mean, the cool part about it is, the coolest part about it is definitely having my name engraved on that trophy forever. That is definitely one really, really cool thing to think about. And yeah, the USJ's always, helped when I needed them. If I've asked them for help, they've helped me. And they've offered before, but I haven't really needed, huge help. But now, training in Boca, at the center, so far it's going really well. I like everyone there, the fitness trainers, Sully, Tom Wilson, I like him a lot. So yeah, so I think I'm in a good place, and yeah, it definitely was a good end to my not so great year of winning. US of having a Grand Slam trophy is definitely was definitely one of my goals. So it's pretty cool to have it.
Great. Anybody else? You can probably just fire it out.
Yeah. What are some of your goals for 2012? Ranking or
well, first of all, let's see back in the top 100. Definitely by the French Open, which I think was very doable. Of course, it was great if it was higher, but that's like the main goal. And really, it's switching the racket and kind of a new place training. There's a lot of different things that have been changing at the end of this year, so I kind of have to have a lot of patience of going into next year. Give it some time to let everything sink in and get used to everything. But I'm really looking forward to it, and I've stayed positive, throughout this year about everything. That's how I've always been. So I think, I can only get better.
Hey, Melanie, congratulations.
Thank you.
2 questions. Number 1, what group size do you play with? Is it too big or is it too small for you, or would we consider it to be too small for you? And also, how have you arrived at what type of string you play with and what tension you string at? Do you rely on your racket stringer for that? Do you have your own personal stringer? And how do you feel after changing rackets? Did you have to go through a different stringing process as well?
Okay, first question, I actually am starting to use a 4 1/4. I did use 4 3/8, but now with the racket, I feel like I can actually, I've used both here and there, but 4 1/4, I feel like I can swing a little bit faster and then use my wrist a little bit more on it. And then my strings, I've used the half and half. I've used natural gut and Luxilon. For a while I was playing with just natural gut, but it breaks so fast, and that's the only thing. So I think also with the other racket, I think I'm trying the Luxilon and the gut is going to be good. And lately I've been doing 55, 58 with it, and I haven't been breaking strings that often, so it's been good. And then, I don't really remember that.
Very impressive. I don't think Rick Barry could hold that. Anybody else? Here we go.
Question about the new racket scheme. Many people think it's illegal to play with.
You can't comment. Anybody else? Yeah.
Melanie, what's
Give us like a typical day for you training now down in Boca. What would be a typical day schedule?
okay, I'll actually tell you what I've been doing for the past 2 days because that's more fun than what I've been doing before. I've actually been having fitness camp with Pat at Tiberi, and it's been really, really hard. I mean, like, well, even I was flew in this morning from Boca, and getting out of the airplane, getting off my seat in the airplane, I like could hardly walk. Like my legs like stiffened up so much. But the one
I was
thing,
circling the airport forever, waiting for it to get on.
but we've been doing 2-day fitnesses, and I've been playing just about like an hour and a half of tennis a day. So we have like 2 hours of fitness in the morning, like on the field, so a lot of running with friends. And lunges are like his favorite thing. So that's what we've been doing. I feel like I've done about 500 lunges in the past 3 days. That's why my legs are killing me. And then we have a break. And then I hit before fitness. Sorry, I hit before fitness, or I won't be able to hit later in the day. And then do about 2 hours of fitness in the afternoon in the gym. Some are body, but a lot of like short footwork drills and swinging, like a real tennis movement. And I mean, so far it's been really rough, but it's been good. I mean, I feel like I'm getting a lot out of it, and he's really good fitness coach. He's tough, so yeah, it's good.
You started out, well, I don't know, when you were at the U.S. Open, when you made it that far at the U.S. Open, you were playing with the Blade Tour. So tell me about the transition from the Blade Tour to now this much, much lighter racket.
Well, the thing with, I mean, at the time, I mean, it worked great for me. I mean, I played great with it, but the thing I think now is, for me, creating my own, like, racket speed off of, I mean, sometimes it was good because I could use, like, the stronger, a lot of the big Russian, I use their pace. But now, if I'm, like, trying to create my own pace, it's so much easier with a little bit lighter racket. I mean, I can get so much racket speed. And, I mean, for me, which is like my key thing, because I want to be the one controlling the points, not playing defense, just using their pace, So for me, I mean, this racket I think is going to be really, really good. So far practicing, I feel like I'm hitting the ball a lot heavier. I'm able to swing faster, and it's easier on my shoulder and my arm as well.
Great. Melanie is going to come out to the court with us on the play test. If you have some more questions, she'll be out there happy to answer. She'll be signing some autographs as well, so come join us. I have one last comment. You're wearing our fall apparel collection. We have to give you some credit because we sold through the entire collection, so thanks for showcasing it so well at the US Open. Thanks for joining us today. How did I do?